Partially, at least. Speaking of Flair, there, it's been announced he's appearing at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in San Antonio, and he's also at Raw's 30th anniversary show at the Wells Fargo Center. I'm actually, I know I said the F word before, I'm going to censor myself. I've been invited, and it's a big effing deal, Flair said. Why? Because it's Raw, and it's a big effing deal. I'm on it, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? 30 years. And then he sort of said he probably shouldn't have said it, because it may have been a secret. Flair going back to WWE.
Well, if he goes back, more power to him. Some of that cancel culture he carries, and he was very, from what I've heard over the years, he was one of the worst. So, and just goes to show you, it works on some people, doesn't work on others. But I think Flair don't give a crap right now. If he has somebody to book him and pay him money, hey, forget all the rest of it. And a lot of his fans forget it anyway. It's just that old saying, boys being boys, unless you put yourself in the position of a woman that he disrespected or tried to molest or whatever, unless that woman is a friend of yours, or unless she's your sister, unless she's your cousin. And when you put it on a personal level, yeah, it does change things. So whatever they want to do with Ric Flair, I may not agree with it, but it's not my business, and I'm not paying him, so they can do what they want to do.
Yeah, I imagine it's a Triple H call because I'm sure they've been friends for many years, ever since Evolution. And you also said just beforehand you think he's going to do a second match. Where did you hear this, and where do you think it'll be?
Well, I think if anybody's got the money, it could be next weekend, I guess, if somebody just offers it to him. But I think he's going to come off that weekend. And where is the match?
Sorry.
Where's WrestleMania? In LA?
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll get his name back out there again. And I think he'll have one more match. I thought I had read about he'd booked one more anyway, but I can't remember now.
Inglewood.
It didn't make.
There we go.
Well, I don't think it'll be somewhere, I think, after WrestleMania, because I think they wouldn't want him wrestling before his appearance at WrestleMania. Because with Flair, he's a nutcase anyway. He's you don't know where he's going to go. Something could happen on the show that could dampen the WWE's enthusiasm to use him on the Inglewood show. So I think if we're going to see him in a match, it will be after the next WrestleMania.
You're probably right there. And I think you told me, I don't know if you told this on the podcast or you told me whenever you told me, but the WWE's stringent process of allowing someone to get in the ring in the first place is really, really difficult on the body. And I don't think Flair could pass medical tests.
No, hell no. Because you got to go through, it takes you a whole day just to go through the test. You have scans and top of scans and blood work and heart tests and breathing tests and reaction tests. And because if they don't give you these tests and you go into the ring and then you fall over dead of a heart attack, well, a good lawyer will say, well, what was his tests he was given? Oh, well, we didn't give him any tests. Well, why not? How old is this man? 74. Oh, so you didn't give him any physical tests? Well, no. That's why they're going to give him all the tests, and he has to pass all the tests. But on an independent show, he don't have to pass nothing. They open themselves up for a lawsuit, but they probably don't have that much anyway. So
sign a waiver.
Yep. And if they give him enough money, what do you think they gave him for the Nashville match?
Do you know, I bet he made, I've no idea. Do you know what? I bet he probably made 100. Do you think that's too much?
That might be a little too much.
Somewhere between 50 and 100 would be my guess.
Yeah, I would say the low end is 50. I would say more like maybe in the 75 range. Now, what did they pay Jeff Jarrett, you think?
Ooh, he was a 10.
At least had to. And the other guys, they probably give them maybe 5, I guess. The star was going to be Flair, of course. But without Jeff in there, that match was dead. Can you imagine that match without Jeff in there to quarterback it?
It'd just be two other guys just staring at Ric Flair, just motionless on the canvas.
Yeah, and wondering, they'd be calling medical. They'd be calling for the, get the ER here. Because at times during that match, hell, he looked like he was dying. I said, damn, what if you had the tape of Ric Flair's last moments? It'd be worth some money. But no, he wouldn't die. So, but I did have fears that he would. Knowing Flair's, that's what I call him, a nutcase. Flair's always did things to the regular mind of just ordinary people. They say, what? He did what? And he used to get drunk as hell the night before the big show. And I don't know why promoters allowed him to do that, because they had a lot of money resting in that guy. Like he made, I think, 3 back-to-back trips to Japan. I think he wrestled in Japan, say a Saturday night, got on the plane, which was Saturday night also in LA. He flew back to there, did something, then got back on the plane and lost the day on the way back to Japan. And so it couldn't have been 3 days straight, because I think your international timelines, but it had to be within 60 hours. He wrestled 3 matches and in international time zones.